metal stakes that also have wind chimes, and they are very, very mild wind chimes. I've said this on the air before, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of wind chimes in general. So if it's a nice, soft sound, then I'm okay with that. And we've got a great sale price on this one. That's 35% off of our usual QVC pricing. We're at under $20, $19.42. And there are some choices to make. We have a butterfly, a cardinal, a hummingbird, and we have dragonflies. Each one of them is hand painted, they're beautifully done, and it's a combination which seems to be the hottest thing right now. We'll show you, by the way, on QVC.com. There's the butterfly, and we have 350 in that butterfly. The next one up, I'll take your lead, Darius. You show me what you want me to talk about. Okay, it's his first time on the computer. We'll get it all fixed out. We're gonna get it right. All right, let's do this. Let's bring our first guest up. I can't wait for the day when I can have guests back in the studio, but right now we're still social distancing. So Ginger Walt joins me live via Skype from her home. Ginger, hello, good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, sweetheart. I can't wait for the day that we're together, but I can't wait to give you a big fat hug.
I
That's what I
agree.
can't wait for.
I agree. Big fat hugs are the only hugs I give. Okay? Yeah.
We're from Indiana.
No,
You don't do it
with a
unless you
physique
embrace
like this, no skinny hugs from me. Okay?
it. Right,
They're
right.
all big fat hugs.
Exactly. I'm so happy to be presenting these with you at 12 o'clock today and having a great time. And happy 4th of July weekend to you
Yeah.
and to everyone else. This is brought to us by Exhart, which actually stands for Extraordinary Home Art.
Yep.
And they've been at QVC for probably about 20 plus years. They started with the Windy Wings, and then Mark Title used to come, which he says hello, by the way.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, right. It's a family owned and operated company, and their slogan is really happy homes and smiling gardens. They wanted to pick the 4 most iconic little critters to put in your yard to give you this wonderful wind chime. And as you said, it's not over sounding, it's more like a bell sound with each one of the 4 little wind chimes that are at the very bottom. And you kind of do have a little bit of a bell that is at the very bottom. The choices are our butterfly that is done in that purple and the pinks. And by the way, these will stake up to about 37.5 inches tall, but you can take them off the stake and hang them because you do have
Okay.
that kind of scroll type of an area at the very top, or this one you could just hang it from there and take off that stake piece, which just twists right and locks for that stake. So there's the butterfly choice, and you have a cute little adorned with a cute little flower that's at the very side. Our state bird, many state birds, we love the cardinals and anything cardinal with this. And this piece, by the way, combines the beautiful hand detail of the painting design with the glass, beautiful piece in the center, and the sculpted metal on that cardinal. So beautiful.
I'll tell you what, let me do this, Ginger, because my camera can get a little closer. I happen to have the
Yes.
hummingbird, and you'll be able to see that glass insert. And that's been the hot combination in artistry for outdoor gardening pieces is glass and metal together. In the butterfly that you showed, we have 350 of them. In the cardinal, we now have less than 300. And when they're
Okay.
gone, they're gone. This is our first clearance sale item of the show. There's 9 of them. The dragonfly that you have that is a beautiful pink and blue,
It's
we only have
pretty,
about
yes.
150 of those. And because each one is made by hand, when they're done, they're done. We can't bring more of these back in. So.
That's right. They're all completely treated too, just like all of our outdoor products that we sell here. They're UV protected. They also have a high gloss finish on them, so any little bit of sunlight is going to sparkle, shine through that glass insert on each one of them. But the metal has been not only just really kind of stamped, but
Yeah.
also carved out it in a very intricate way, even with the flower, giving it a little bit of a rustic look with that bright, cheerful flower. I love how we've complemented the colors of the chimes with the cabochon jewels, all the way down to the bells at the very bottom, with each one of the iconic little critters with the butterfly, the
Yeah.
dragonfly, the hummingbird, by the way, ruby-throated hummingbird that you're looking at, that Dan has, and then of course the iconic cardinal, which Dan, it's just when you see a cardinal, and in my family when I grew up, my mother always used to say, "That's a loved one." When you see a
Yep.
cardinal, kind of, they're just such a gorgeous bird and very magical. And we loved how the men are just bright and cheerful, brighter than the girls. And I know you love that, right?
Well, my running joke is, do you know why the boy birds are always prettier than the female birds? Because they don't wear aftershave. They need it.
Ah,
But in most bird species, the brighter of the two is going to be the male
right.
because
That's
he's
right.
trying to get a date. You and I both grew up in the same state. So we had the cardinal as our state bird. We moved to Pennsylvania. It's the cardinal here as well. Cardinal has been by far the most popular. Again, the sound of these wind chimes is very slight. You know,
It is.
I mean,
Like a little bell.
yeah, but not like church bells in your backyard
No,
that are
no,
going to
no,
be,
no. Very
waking you
subtle.
up when you're laying in the hammock on the back deck. It's very subtle. And look at the way each one of those aluminum tubes that are used for different tones are hand knotted to the wire work. There's so much hand workmanship that goes into making a piece like this. Everything is sculpted by hand. Now, they can use presses to take the metal and to be able to get the feathering and the different outlines and shapes, but then that glass piece, if I swing this around, it's kind of like showing you back behind the scenes. If I show you, it's not as dramatic, but those are bent by hand. The glass work has to be cut individually. The little spheres that you see here and here, here, and here, those are all hand wrapped or hand knotted, and the price is still less than $20. That's 35% off of what we were asking at the very beginning of our season. And we still have a long way to go outdoor-wise to enjoy. We've had over 2,500 people who have then picked them up. There's the butterfly, 350. The next one is the cardinal. There's 250. The dragonfly has been very popular. There's 150, and then the hummingbird, there's about 400. And that'll wrap them up for the season, and they'll be gone, and we won't be able to get them back up. Do you have big plans for the 4th, Ginger?
Yes, I'm painting my deck. Okay,
Okay.
that's not so romantic, but my neighbors across the street, they actually put an amazing firework display. So all we do, Dan, is sit in our front yard with a cocktail and enjoy the wonderful show that they have
Nice.
done all the expense for. It's okay. And then down the street, we have another couple that does it. So all the kids love it, and they flock to our little front driveway.
Not bad at all.
So much fun.
Now, don't go anywhere, Ginger, because you and I have the next item to talk about
Yes.
as well, which is a great way of, again, adorning that back deck. And we'll be talking about that coming up.
Yay!
Tell you, one of the things that really impresses me with manufacturing today is if there's one thing that has changed, it is absolutely